This video has been something that's been on my mind and something that I've wanted to do for a little while. I've thought about it several times and how I would put it together. And this video actually turned out to be a little bit longer than I originally intended. I was really trying to get it down to like 10 or 12 minutes. But the truth is, when I get it down, I've kind of skimmed it down to everything that I want to leave in this video. And I can't break it to my heart to really cut anything else out. So I'm pretty happy with it and I'm pretty proud of it. And I hope you enjoy watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it, because my grandpa is very special to me. And I want to say, Grandpa, if you are watching this, thank you for all the inspiration, a lifetime of inspiration that you've created for me and for many other people around me. And I'm watching what you do right now, and it gets me excited about the things that my boys are around and the things that we get to see as a family. So just keep going, and we love watching it and we love being a part of it. I also want you to know that your great-grandsons look up to you and they're watching what you do, and you're creating a lifetime of inspiration for them as well that's going to carry them throughout their life. And I hope that people enjoy hearing the story about your old tractor collection and how you came about everything and what these machines mean to you. So I had a lot of fun doing this interview, and I hope that you enjoy watching. All right, so you want to state your name?
If I remember what it is. Well, you know what my name is. It's Robert Dietrich. Has been for 80-some years. It's too late to change it now.
What year were you born?
I think it was 1935. I don't know. My folks were from the old generation of work, and you do okay. And so that's what they did. My dad left Germany when he was a young kid because things were tough over there. He was 14 years old. He was an old guy.
What year would that have been?
I think he landed here in 1912. I was fortunate enough to be able to go over to Germany and see the home farm over there, which was probably, I don't remember, it was a few hectares, which is about 3 or 4 acres.
So you raised cattle?
Yeah, we had a little bit of everything. We had from 8 to 12 milk cows. My mom was great for her chickens, and she had quite a chicken business, because I bought 2 orphan lambs for a 4-H project. Don't think I made a fortune on them 2 lambs. Papa got a lot of good education. Moved up to Angus heifer, the next project. 160, 240 was pretty good size for him. But he had all them boys standing around, so he had to do something.
What year did you and Grandma get married in?
We got married in 55. This is in 1931. Balance Chalmers UC. Serial number on this tractor is 803. So that's pretty low for a tractor.
Yeah.
After all those years of hunting, and I'd been to junkyards, and somebody said I saw one sitting along the road by, well, you get up there and find out that, yeah, there used to be one there, but it's gone.
It was gone.
Mackinac Valley Plowboys. Actually, what that is a bunch of old boys with old toys that go out playing in the dirt. So we usually have a day of plowing in the fall, and a lot of fun. Of course, you realize that this is a terrible disease. Well, you get one, and then you find out that, well, if you had another one, then that would make a nice pair, and that's all the world you need. Well, I got a WD, which is a 1950. And then after I got that one, I happened to think my Uncle Carl down there had a big OE model, and that was an awesome looking tractor, and I thought someday I'll run across one of them, and I believe I'll have to buy it. lo and behold, I did. My loader tractor over there is a 1953 Oliver 77. And then I happened to stumble across this little 350 down there. Pretty nice little tractor. I run it over the Grand Tour, the half-century of progress show. It's not a nice little tractor to be running down the highway because it lets you know that there's a bump here that we hit with the front wheels, and we're going to hit it again with the back. The first new tractor I bought to farm with was a 560 diesel that I thought I must be out of my mind. I spent just about $3,000 for that tractor.
That'll buy you the steering wheel on the new ones.
Yeah, about. This old tractor disease gets to you. Here's a project and we're started. Maybe we'll get her finished one of these days.
What is this?
That's a Super M. They made, I don't know how many billions of them.
Yeah.
But anyway,
What year is that?
I think it's a 53 or 4. Non-polluting. Because, you know, there's no gas fumes or anything. You just stand here and crank away, and first thing you know, you got nice clean grain. That's back when manpower was really manpower.
It was a true manpower.
That little combine over there in the corner was the first combine that I run. And it's an Alice Chalmers 5-foot cutter. Pulled it with the WD, the deadhead. But even up to the last one they made, they were a good, solid, economical combine to use. They done a good job. If you took the time and got her set the way it should be, you sent a very nice sample to town because it would do a good job. And we just sat out there and go round and round the field, and eventually you'd get her cut. Fun tractor to drive. Doesn't have power steering, doesn't have hydraulic, doesn't have a battery, doesn't have lights. The starter you can see is the Armstrong starter.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, if you got enough oomph to crank it, then you can go out and plow and just push the clutch in and set her back and let her go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went down to that sale because of buying some UC parts, and as I drove in, I could see, what is that sitting over there? And I went over and looked, and I thought, my. I just assumed that there were quite a few guys walking around with AC shirts and jackets and stuff on, and I thought, well, this old gal's going to bring a pretty good chunk of money, and I thought, I know where I'm going to stop. And then I thought, now wait a minute. You don't see them very often. Better not stop at that. Better go a little more than that. Well, I didn't even get to the first stop, and the auctioneer said sold, and I was dumbfounded. Because I thought, oh my God, what did I miss? What is wrong with that?
Something's wrong.
Something is I didn't catch. But got her home and toyed around with it a little bit. Cleaned the mag up, cleaned the carburetor out, took the tank off, and with the gas tank off, and cleaned it out, which is pretty standard procedure on tractors that's been setting for a while.
Yeah.
And finally got her fired up. And like I say, this is a nice, fun tractor to use.
And then you had a guy come up and offer you money for it.
Yeah. After it was sold, the guy walked over to me and said, tell you what I'll do. I'll give you $500 and I'll go pay for the tractor and you don't have to worry about hauling it home. And I said, you know what, mister? I've been looking for this thing for 60 years and I better not let her go out of my hands. But I told him to keep an eye out. When you see my obituary, it might come up for sale. I don't know how many of these they made, but at that time, I know they were one of the muscle tractors.
Yeah. Did you buy it new?
No. I bought that from a guy up in Normal. I don't remember what year that was. Shortly after Robert got driver's license, because him and I went up, I think, maybe the day before Christmas, and brought her home.
So that would have been what Robert got his license in the early 80s,
Probably.
right?
Yeah.
Could that be about right?
Back in those days, it didn't have to all be done Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because of small machinery, we lost some crop now and then. I don't think so.
Any words of wisdom you want to add?
A guy asked me the other day if I had any words of wisdom, and I said, yes, I do. And he said, good, what is it? And I said, be careful of anybody that gives you words of wisdom. He left you something. You gotta have wisdom before you can have words.
This is true. Although a lot of people don't.
I've caught myself talking when I should be listening. And that reminds me, that is why the good Lord gave us 2 ears but only 1 tongue. Supposed to listen twice as much as we jabber.
That's a good point.
I wouldn't want to have 3 560s,
Mm-hmm.
nor would I want to have 2 more M's.
Yeah.
I want them half-breeds and orphan tractors, they call them,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I guess Alice Chalmers would almost be in the orphan class now, because
Oh, I think so.
they ain't got a parent company anymore.
Yeah.
So when that old gal there was put together, their horses were still pretty prominent horsepower.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, at that time, so like in the 1920s, 1930s, when these tractors are coming out, I mean, were there people like laughing at it? And
Oh, yeah.
I mean, were there
Oh, yeah.
people saying like, "Oh, that'll never catch on," or "Why would
Yeah.
you spend that kind of money on a machine when you've got horses?"
There was a guy in Manier by the name of Bill Garrett. Bill Garrett brought that tractor out there one day to plow, and he made public know that he was going to plow with a rubber-tired tractor, and he said a lot of people showed up to watch it, and he said a lot of them showed up because they knew that he was just going to sit there and spin, because like Orville said, it was plowing alfalfa ground in the early fall, and he said it still had a pretty fair growth of alfalfa on it. And he said they thought, he'd just sit there on that old green alfalfa and spin. But he said he just took off and went right on down the road. And he said, boy, oh boy, there was a lot of guys that said, you know what, I think that's a coming thing. But he said some of them still said, oh no, what are you going to do when it gets muddy? Well, you're a lot better off with rubber tires when it's muddy than you were them old steel wheels. Get me buried with it. Set me on the seat and lay me up over the steering wheel and take her out to the cemetery and bury it.
And drop the whole thing in.
Yeah,
That'd probably be pretty unique.
yeah, it would.
Be a big hole.
I don't know. I'll have to ask Jeff Springer if they would allow that in Manier Cemetery.
That's pretty good.
You know, some of these Hollywood stars and such get buried in their car, and
That's true.
I don't know why I can't get buried on my tractor if that's my preference.
I think it's a good point.
I mean, after all, you know, we can't discriminate.
No, that's true. Well, we wouldn't want to do that.
No, no, absolutely not. So, I don't think so.
You don't want to ride it?
Yeah, I do.
You don't ride this, Barrick.
No, there's no seat on there.
Watch him go. Here he goes. We ready to go?
Huh?
I said, are we ready to go?
Well, I'm hoping I can swing her. You should swing.
You want me to go stir that up?
Yeah, you don't have
I'll
to
go
stir.
behind you.
You don't have to stir it a lot, just sort of all in one spot.
Yeah. Couple of issues to get the day started off. We had a pin break, so it wasn't planting anything, but I think we're good to go.
You're the guy that bought that E, and I said, yeah. He said, have you paid for it yet? And I said, no. I said, tell you what, I'll give you $500 and I'll go pay for the tractor.
Give you $500 to go get away from it.
Yeah, more than I paid for it. So I said, well, no, I'll tell you what, I've been looking for 50 years, so. Well, I said, this one.
So I don't know how well you're going to be able to pick up because of the wind, but this farmstead right here was my great-grandpa's that he moved here from Germany to this farmstead back in the early 1900s, and he raised my grandpa and his family there as well, and they own this acreage right here. So my grandpa still farms this 80 acres. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you got some good laughs out of it. There was a lot of good one-liners, and I really enjoyed making it. And I don't know, maybe this will be some type of a series or something that I can eventually get into. But I really enjoyed putting all this together, and it brought a lot of good laughs and a lot of good memories even. So thanks again for watching.
Yeah, sure you can.
That's
Here you
pretty
go.
nice
You
of
can take it. Okay? Take it. So you can
I
buy
can
it.
take this?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Safely. But,
Do I have to bring it back?
yeah, sure.
Sure, okay, I can do that.